She said, baby, what you talking about? This was something else with that. That's what she said. She said, say less. Say less. 'Cause you already got me, baby. Say less. Say less. Talking's only slowing us down. Say less.
I'm a gentleman, baby, and a dog with a bite. I just wanna nibble on your night. So sentimental when I step in the middle. When I do a little dance, and it turns daylight. So jump.
It's week 1 of the 2025 season, and the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Dolphins and the Ravens, and it's Kick It Off next on Madden NFL 25.
Built on the side of a former piano factory, there's been plenty of music made on the field here in the decade since it opened back in 1998. Welcome, everyone, to M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore. Well, Brock, we saw week 1 begin on Thursday night, and now 2 more teams get their season started here on Sunday. He's Brock Hewitt, I'm Kate Scott, and it is very important, partner, for both teams here that their season... Weather is not cooperating as we're set to go. And we're underway from the bank. Return coming from the 6.
Oh, I forgot to change the speed disparity.
So the Dolphins offense headed out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a proud Samoan and one of your few fellow lefty QBs, Brock, Tua Tagovailoa.
Kid, I really think this is one of those moments where every starting quarterback in the opening, right?
How the fuck's this guy in the
has a
field?
sense of gratitude. All has a smile on their face. You're one of 32 guys on the planet that get to start an NFL season, and you want to make the most of that chance.
He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Stopped by one of the league's best tacklers, wk1 Smith.
You know, Kate...
Why is he... Did we just run a 3-4?
Hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets a good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
Second down carry for A-Chan. And he'll pick up enough
Fuck,
to move
this
the
game
chains.
is so slow.
I think with that call, they were trying to set him up with a short third down run, but he said, nope, not on my watch. I'll just go get it all right here. Now, playbook's wide open for 1st and 10.
I mean, dropped it.
Wants to throw the Costin. Defender had it in his hands. He dropped it. It's incomplete. Second down coming up. Throwing again. Here's Tua. Completed over the middle. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Stopped by one of the league's best tacklers, wk1 Smith. Throwing on 3rd, Tagovailoa.
Oh, hula.
By the open man. And that's a huge hit there, but he's still...
Why is St. Juice in the slot?
Through enough for a 1st and goal.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly, you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Trying to run it in, A-Chan. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Perception and reality, Kate. The perception out there from the public is edge rushers are defined by their sacks. The reality in a locker room and in the huddle is you can be defined by your relentlessness. And his motor never stopped. helped him track it down for a loss on the outside.
And he's caught
What the
behind the
fuck
line
is
for a
up with
loss.
my defense?
So now, here's 3rd and goal. Tagovailoa now working from the gun. And he rips this one out and over the back of the end zone. Incomplete.
Everybody wants to play quarterback until a play like that. Almost no resistance off the ball and the defense ready to maul you. It was all he could do to get rid of it before he gets just clocked.
Aubrey puts it through. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. But that's 3 points, and it's enough to give him the lead.
Kadarius Toney now to return it. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. So here now are the Ravens on offense to begin their first drive. And they're brought out by someone who is the modern example of an elite running quarterback, the multiple-time MVP, Lamar Jackson.
It's the dawn of a new season, Kate, with all the promise in the world ahead of he and his squad. And this is where all that off-season planning, the reps in camp, the sweat, the blood, the tears come into play. And you really don't want to stumble out the gate. You want to be the horse who jumps
Oh my.
Avoids a defender. We've got a foot race. And they can't chop to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. First down read option. He keeps it running right. Makes a cut to the right sideline. And he heads out of bounds. Great pickup on that run. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Trying down the middle with Henry. And he's brought down for a loss.
Hey, boy.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Man in motion here. 2nd and 12 behind the sticks.
Holy shit, that was such a bad throw. I didn't even think he was going to catch it.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Give right side to Henry. And he runs it inside the 10 to the 9. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. And he gets them a little closer to the end zone, down to the 6. Give him 3 yards. That's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
I can promise you, that's not what it looked like on the practice field nor on the whiteboard. Typically, QB run
You don't got
is
any
going to
trap
let you a
plays
whole
in
lot
there?
more yardage than that. But let's give some credit. Strong effort by that defensive front who contained a play that typically goes for a whole lot more.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Henry's going to try to pick it up.
Oh
And
my
he will
God.
carry this across for the Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens finish off their opening drive. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. For the offense, you gotta love it, Brock. Points to begin the game as he runs it in for an opening drive touchdown.
And you've got one very happy running back right over there on the sideline right now. These backs, they do feel the pressure to find the end zone every single week. It's not easy to do. But to do it this early and get out of the way, big time.
Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. This return makes it up to the 25. Now we're going to see the Dolphin offense for their 2nd drive of the contest. Their first drive of the new campaign netted a field goal. Now let's see if they can bump that up to a touchdown on drive number 2. Buying some time left. Now he takes
I'm just not good at tackling.
decent yardage picked up here before he slides down to avoid the tackle. We're through 1 quarter. Back for the start of quarter number 2. It's Dolphin football as we begin. They're looking at 2nd and 3. Tua off the play fake. He throws a bullet to the center.
Hey, where's him? Stay up, stay up, stay up.
he made it look to throw it that deep, or how effortless the cover man made it look to get that far down there and haul in the interception.
How about we just marvel at both of them? You call a deep pass like that again on the next play, it could go to the end zone. But this time, it is a takeaway.
And he's able to move it past the 45 before going out. First down, here's Lamar. To the left side, caught by Andrews. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Here's Henry on the option. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot.
Motherfucker, man.
They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Out of the gun, Henry. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Tackle made by Jordan Brooks. He gets them the yard back, but still behind the sticks. Upcoming 3rd and 11. Shotgun snap to Jackson. Complete beyond the marker. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first. Pistol snap to Jackson. And there's a man there. It's intercepted.
No fucking world where Bradley Chubb's getting out there that fast.
As he records his first interception of our season.
There's no fucking world where that happens.
Drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They send a man in motion.
Oh.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he gets very good yardage there. That's down inside the 10. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
Where are you going? Oh.
A-chain on the inside give. He's still looking for the play that sparks the ground game as that one stopped for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
From the gun on 3rd, Tagovailoa. And this is caught. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins parlay the interception into points. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. Sometimes these dudes can be a quarterback's best friend, finding the tight end in the end zone for 6.
And it really has been that way for decades when you think about it, Kate. From John Mackey to Tony Gonzalez to Travis Kelce. The position can be such a mismatch when you're throwing for the end zone.
Sanders connects on the point after. And the Dolphins push their lead to 3. Sanders all set to send it away. Tony now to return it. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Ravens and Derrick Henry making their way back out on offense. They gave one away on their first drive of the season. Now it's time to get one back with a touchdown on drive number 2. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on first down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3. Slot man in motion left.
Come on, run a little faster. Oh, Zay Flowers
That
is
brings us
cooked.
to the 2-minute warning at the Inner Harbor. The Ravens looking down a very long field. 2nd and 3 now. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Finding Flowers. And he's tackled with a first down yardage. Clock's still running as the Ravens try hurrying everyone up. Oh, they're going to run the option to the short side. And he's going to be at midfield now as he gets out of bounds. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1. From the gun, Jackson.
Zay Flowers, bro.
Does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. That was Zay Flowers, the intended receiver. And that leaves him with 3rd and short. We give to Henry on the inside handoff. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs. Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Lamar now from the gun. Caught by Flowers. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Devon Holland there to make the stop. 2nd and 6 now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. So that's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. And the Dolphins in a nickel set for this 3rd down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. They're on him again, and he goes down again. Now the Dolphins call a timeout.
Not a good start.
The Ravens gonna punt this away, and here's Jordan Stout to handle that boot. Kick is away, and this one might bring rain. Wow, what a kick. And he got a little too much leg into that one. That's a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity, no doubt. This ball's coming out to the 20. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Why is Desmond King playing safety right now?
Shotgun snap now to Tagovailoa. Smith.
What the fuck, dude?
Along the sideline. And he's able to get across the 25 before stepping out.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa finds him over the middle. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. 1 yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches. On play action, here's Tagovailoa. Flushed out of the pocket. Oh, he's going for it. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs. The Dolphins choosing to spend their final timeout here. On 1st down, here's Tagovailoa. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down. Two and out from the gun. He's going to loft one deep to the left.
Oh.
He's incomplete. 8 seconds left now. Nearly an interception on that play.
Don't buy that.
So now it's going to be 3rd and long. Here's A-Chain up the middle. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. Just before halftime, we get a timeout, take it. Now it's Jake Bailey. He's out to punt this for the Dolphins. And no doubt he wants to get his season started with a good one here. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. It's fielded at the 14. And nothing to complain about on this return as he gets it beyond the 30. They're going to have to make those halftime adjustments on the fly today. We're skipping right through to the start of the third quarter. We'll see what the first half adjustments of the season are as they're teed up, and away we go in our second half. Tony now to return it.
Yo, you're not going to block him?
28 before going down. The Raven offense headed out for this first series of the second half. And their defense sure has kept this game close. Now it's time for them to come through, get some points for their team in this low-scoring affair. This finds likely. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. It's Kader Kohu up to make that play. Back to the line they go. It's second down. Third quarter starts with a run from Henry. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. On the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Now it's Lamar.
Oh my God, they made Lamar horrible.
He was looking for Zay Flowers. And now it's second down. Going with King Henry here. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Well, this certainly has been a memorable contest for him. His coaches, man, they're going to take this kind of output every single game.
This goes a little beyond the expectations they have for him, maybe even for himself. What impresses me so much, Kate, the guy just doesn't tire. Getting stronger, literally, as this game's going on.
And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. It's only 2 on the pickup, and they remain 2 yards shy as it brings up 4. Running for it. Here's Henry.
The fuck is supposed to block him?
And that run won't come close. That's a turnover on downs. The Dolphins in pretty good field position here as they come up 1st and 10. First play, they go quick out to the left, complete. And he takes it up and across midfield into Ravens territory. 2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 47. He's got Smith. And he goes out a little short of the 40.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for completion, but that's one of those situations.
Like, who even is this guy? Kane?
You'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
What do they got me doing on defense?
Tagovailoa looking to throw here on 3rd and 1.
They Wiggins, best of all time.
Knocks it away, incomplete. For the Dolphins, readying for the punt. And he wants to hit his second effort just as well as he hit his first. Absolutely crushed his first punt, and here's another huge one. The Ravens returning their offense, and this running back to the field. They're coming off a 4th down try that didn't work in their favor. Let's see how that might affect the approach they take this time out. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Drive starts with an option, right side.
Yo, you're gonna run.
Oh, the football's loose. And this is going to be a turnover. The defense.
Don't tell me the game don't suck. Don't tell me the game don't suck. Don't ever tell me this game does not suck.
Well, that didn't take long, Brock. One play, and they're back out there.
Well, that's how a defense can make you
What
awfully
fucking
happy
chugs
as an
back
offense
on
player,
that, dude?
especially when you screw it up and you fumble. The defense picks up that offense and puts them right back on the field.
Taken in by Smith. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. That's 16 on the pickup. And it'll be 1st down, Miami. Tagovailoa now working from the gun. Did not like what he was seeing, Brock, and he just hurls this one away. So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call.
Who the fuck is Kane?
Tagovailoa off the play fake.
That's who he is.
And oh, he got it! Interception! And the Ravens will be set up at the 20-yard line following that interception. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Throwing now on 1st down, it's Jackson. This one falls incomplete. He was looking for Zay Flowers. And it's going to be 2nd down. From the gun, a run for Henry. And they'll bring him down after a pretty
This is
short
ugly
game.
football right now.
Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8.
Very ugly football.
Back to throw. Here's Jackson. Chased out to his right. He's running. It's on the turf. The ball's out. He lost it. And no turnover. It's going to stay.
Very ugly football.
And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. All set up now for 1st and 10. Motion man sent left. Taps it quick to the receiver coming across. And they bring him down after he ran through him up to the 43. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2. Henry running to the left, and he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
Now Jackson on 3rd down. Andrews with the catch. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that'll be 1st down, Baltimore. Handoff headed right to Henry. And they bring him down around the 34. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down. We've reached the end of 3 in our Week 1 opener. It's the Ravens' ball. They come in. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Lamar out of the pistol. He's on the move. Completed to Flowers.
We'll take that one out of bounds. We ain't risking that.
And that's good for a Ravens 1st down. They're running the option short side. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Here's a give for Henry.
At least I got Derrick Henry. Holy shit, these boys
The
stink.
Ravens take a 4th quarter lead. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. Tucker able to tack on the extra point. And the Ravens take a 4-point lead. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with 1 end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
Offense returning to the field now for the Dolphins. They find themselves down here in the 4th after that touchdown. This game could end up depending on how they respond right here. On 1st down, they're going to start out with Achane. And that's good yardage there.
Can't even make this shit up anymore.
Hey, look, any run of this size is going to wound the defense. If you get this game going right up the heart of their defense, you start to break their will and break their pride.
First down, and they go right back to it. And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. They'll stick with H.A. And that's good yardage.
Bro, who is this Kane guy, and why is he on the field? You suck.
Around the line of scrimmage, but the minute you do that, Kate, start opening up those throwing lanes. This is
still out there. Why is he out?
Takes apart a defense.
First down. Here's Tua. Buys time, and they.
Like, please get the fuck off the field.
Trying to make something happen. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Thank you. I don't know why the backup safety's out there in this formation.
Another try following the sack. Got his target. It's Hill. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6. He's back to throw. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
There was almost no resistance offered against the rush that came off the line ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered.
Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. Looking to throw.
Get him. Why'd you stop? Let's go.
Get away. They get the sack and force a turnover on downs. The Ravens in a very good field position as they come up.
Oh my god, I forgot the X Factor. Yeah, GG's.
Drive begins with Henry.
Oh my.
In the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10. Another run for Henry. And he's short of the first after a mile gain.
Just one
They
person
get
can
about
block.
4 there. Need a little more than that now on 3rd and 6. He'll throw it. Complete beyond the marker. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 22 on that one. And that'll be 1st down, Baltimore. Trying down the middle with Henry.
The fuck off,
Making
man.
defenders pay for trying to tackle him. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down. Well, we've talked about this before, Brock. The thinking's simple but effective. We'll stop getting it to this guy when you find a way to stop it, and they have yet to do that today.
You know, there's just certain things up in this booth that I love. I think you could feel it emanating from me. And one of them is when you impose your will. And you don't they can't stop it. Doing it right at them.
Miami calls a timeout here. It's 2nd. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Running once more with Henry. Powering across for the touchdown. The Ravens now lead.
Yeah, you should have traded for my boy, Tom.
Henry, the touchdown. His 3rd of the game on the ground. That one right down the middle. And the Ravens drive their lead to 11. to handle the kickoff. Here's a return from the 7. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. The Dolphins sending their offense back out there. And after they were stopped on 4th down, their prior possession, Brock, you got to wonder if they're going to be confident enough to go for it again if they get to that point here.
Yeah.
Fits it through the middle.
Very realistic football,
and they
man.
catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down.
So much fucking better than
They
this
motion
video.
Waddle over left. Now to throw. Finds his man Waddle. And this one does not go far. Clock running. Dolphins will hurry to the line. To throw. Completed over the middle. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. The Dolphins choosing to spend their final timeout here. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. Down 2 scores, no timeouts remaining, long odds ahead of them. It's 1st and 10. Throwing now. Looking sideline and caught by Washington. And he's going to be out of bounds. Looks like a yard or 2 short of the 25. Here he is to throw. Has it at the 7.
Hey, you're not gonna jump, Humphrey?
Forward to the 6. One final shot here.